Joystick, the Joystick Show. Up, down, left, right, B, select. Start.
Welcome, gamers, to our twisted reality. A ho lot of nothing.
Joystick, the Joystick Show.
Alrighty, finishing up the end of year of the Joystick Show. Huh?
Yep.
It's all a great year. We had a good time. We hit, I don't know, I think we had about 13, 14 shows, right? It wasn't like the first year when we were hitting them every week or week and a half. We were non-stop. Of course, you had a little more time with your father figure than you do these days.
Yeah.
But it's good stuff. We appreciate you listening each and every month as we turn up the mic to talk little video games. And like I said, we're between holidays. It's a ho time, right? Get a chance to kick back on some vacay time and play some video games, talk video games, and so on and so forth. So if we want to jump in, I'm going to give my sponsor, but of course, if you want to be a part of the show, they can join us how?
You can join us at joystick_show on Twitter, joystickshow@gmail.com, or our website, joystickshow.com, and then our Discord at joystick_show.
All right. And of course, we are a father and son combo. If this is your first time listening, we pick one or two up every moment, or 10s or 20s as we go along here each month when we podcast and post. We are a father and son combo. We go by our gamer tags, and I'm Bogue Spear.
I'm Thing12.
And we talk video games from a generational point of view, and as we go along here, things are homogenizing a little bit more and more, especially as I play more of the modern stuff, and look back in the day and be like, woo! Boy, what a change. What a change. But at the same time, when I talk about at the beginning of the show, a whole lot of nothing, you know, I kind of look at it and say, what's cooking? What's moving? What's shaking? I don't see a big move. Maybe my son here, different generation, different focus, can talk trash about me and to me about that statement, but I don't know. Let's go into it a little bit. But first, before we do, here's our sponsor. This is Energy Uber, the DoorDash of batteries at your disposal. Just realize that you have one pair of AA's left and a marathon of gaming is just about to start. Just download the Energy Uber app and have that controller juice delivered to your door in less than 30 minutes. That's right, visit Energy Uber on your app store and download, order, and energize your play today. Worth it, right?
Probably.
What a nice little service. I don't know how somebody makes money doing that, but...
Don't they... Oh yeah, no, that's not going to work. Maybe it should just come with your food when you DoorDash.
Right?
That would work better, yeah.
Oh, yeah, get a free pair of batteries.
Mm-hmm.
AA's with every order.
Yeah.
That's actually a bad idea. That's not a bad idea for, like, gaming. Like a gaming pizza store. Woo! Right?
Maybe.
Love it. All right. We're just spitballing here ideas. Let's talk it. Who's on the gaming front? That's one of the episodes we talk about and do every week. It's basically talk about what we're playing, what we're doing, what's on the gaming front, and then we jump into some news as well next. So, what are you doing? What are you playing? What's going on?
I haven't been playing too many things that are new, but recently one of my friends told me about a game that just came out in like beta playtesting.
Yeah.
And it's called Dark and Darker. And what it
Nice
is
name.
it's a game that I've talked about.
Wasn't there a movie by that with two dudes that was played by Jim Carrey and that other dude? Oh, that was
Dumber.
Dumber. Sorry, go ahead.
I've talked about games just like this one, like the Psycho Frontier, Escape from Tarkov, and might have talked about another one. I can't remember, but they're extraction games. And what that means is you have a stash of loot and the main title screen, or in your, I guess, home base, and then you go down into a planet, or you go out into the world, or something happens where you get put into a situation where you fight other players and loot other things.
Okay.
And then you have to extract back to your, I guess, home base where you put all the loot that you got.
Okay.
So those are extraction games.
Well, that's not new.
Right.
What's new about this?
I started liking those games, and so, which is why I was drawn to this game. But what's different about this game is it's that same extraction style, but the difference is that it's a medieval style. So instead of having guns and things, you're in a dungeon. You get thrown into a dungeon, and you have classes like wizard,
right?
Fighter. There's a rogue.
Yeah, old D&D stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and so basically it's like a theme like medieval, and I found it. Me and I guess 50,000 other people found it really fun because the game's kind of been blowing up.
Yeah.
The past few weeks. And it's in I think it's second or third playtest. So the game hasn't released and it doesn't plan on releasing for like maybe another year or less than a year.
Yeah.
But they're going to keep releasing playtests and people are going to keep playing it because
now this is on Steam or is this on...
It's Steam, yeah.
Okay, so there's no
console support yet, but it's a really fun game. And it's surprising people how much fun they're having playing it because it's kind of a bad game when you look at everything. Yeah. It's got a lot of bugs and it's...
Well, you said it was in beta, so...
Right, which makes sense, but...
Can anybody join this or no? Do you have to be on a list or...
It says to request access to do it, but as soon as you request access, it's like an auto admit, so you basically
They're just grabbing emails and stuff.
Yeah. And so... Yeah, and I've had so much fun with it. It's really cool. I chose the wizard class, and I think it's a really fun game to go around and loot and then kill other people and take it back. And you can play with up to 2 other friends, so 3 people total. And I just had so much fun with it. And so that's what I played. But the beta test ended a few days ago, so I didn't get to play it too much.
So they're not. So the Rumble Pack that are listening, they can't
try it, but you can keep a lookout for the next playtest, which I assume is going to be pretty soon because the game just started blowing up maybe a week or 2 before that it ended. Mm-hmm. So I would assume they're going to re-release another one because of all the popularity that I got.
Gotcha. So and it was called Dark and Darker?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's when you say like wizards and stuff, you say it's a 3-man co-op or something?
Yeah, you can have,
which is interesting that your friends 4.
Your friends go down with you, up to 3 people.
Yeah.
And you do the same thing. You loot other people. You try and escape through portals that you have to open. And or actually, there's another thing. Instead of at the end, there's a circle, so it's kind of like a zone, like a battle royale that closes on you while you're in the dungeon. Mm-hmm. And then by the time it gets to the end, you need to have gotten out with a portal, or have died and been sent back, and you lose everything.
Oh wow.
And if you find the blue portal, you can escape and go back with all your loot. If you find a red portal, you can go deeper into the dungeon, which leads you into the second stage, which is just very hard. It's a lot of enemies. I didn't get to explore that too much because I didn't get to play very much.
So it's like push your luck type of game too then, right? As far as keep going down and risking it versus just heading back up and taking your loot. That's kind of cool. I mean, that's something you don't see a ton of, right? These days, so that's a unique mechanic. Mm-hmm. Nice. And then when you talk about like being that medieval and everything like D&D type style, and you said you're a wizard. Yeah, I mean, one thing I can tell you is as a gamer and an old school gamer too, when you start talking about that stuff, you gotta be very careful. It's kind of a sacred thing because I've seen a lot of people try that garbage, and the last thing they even think about is the value of like the spells and how they work with other things and are the spells cool? Is the way that the wizard works? Is it valuable?
It actually works more like D&D than I guess a game would make a wizard. Like the way that the spells that you have a certain amount of total spell points to use. And you can't go over it. You can't.
So it's like cantrips or different things.
Mix and match your spells to fit what you want, and you have stats on the side of your character. So a ton of stats like willpower, or it's called will, knowledge, health, all this, and the higher your will
attributes,
is, the more spell points you have, and so and the armor that you get in the game,
like that.
The armor that you loot increases that. They'll probably add more stuff because it's beta, but that's the only way to increase right now is armor. Mm-hmm. But it's not just spells like they have spells like fireball and then lightning strikes and things, missile. But they also have magic missile.
Do they really?
Magic
they call it that?
Is one of them.
I'm surprised that's not a trademark. Somebody never trademarked it.
Well, also the acronym for Dark and Darker is D&D, so I think they're doing something there.
Interesting.
But magic missile is one of them. But they have those, and they also have like light orb, so stuff that you see in Dungeons and Dragons, which is like you just cast a spell to shoot out a light, because a lot of it's really dark, and you need to see where traps are. You can see where traps are and things. Yeah. So there's light spells. There's ignite, where you ignite your weapon on fire, make it do more damage. There's invisibility.
Is there a bag of holding where you can just stop, not have to go back up and just put it in this bag?
No, but I'd imagine they're gonna add better bags and things. So. Yeah, it's just really fun. And another thing that makes it fun is that it's a very clunky game, so you don't move very fast at all. Okay. Which makes it so that you can't have people just running around, sliding, moving really quickly to make you can't hit them.
Right. More like
It's
the
more,
MMA.
you have to take more strategy to what you're doing, which is really cool.
Yeah, well, we love that because I told you we're doing Gloomhaven, right, which was a turn-based strategy game, right? Mm-hmm. It's obviously a board-based game that's turned digital, but it's an epic play. We keep playing it. I've mentioned it on the show a couple times. But the cool thing about that, still to this day, that people don't realize is that, and again, this might be a generational thing too, right? But it's also, it's like, gives us a moment to breathe, to strategize, to figure out what we're going to do next, right? Versus just, to your point, of just running in some spawn die, or run in, you know what I mean? Try to do something to see if it works, and then not really have much strategy in it, you know what I mean? So that's kind of cool. So if it does give you that time to do that same type of thing, not quite turn-based, I don't think, right? But it does require you to take some time as you move through and gives you time to think. That's kind of interesting. That was called Darker. It's right now just for Steam. Is it on Steam or
just for Steam?
Okay, so they're not looking at any console work or anything on it.
I don't think so.
Okay, all right. What else we got going?
That's pretty much it for me, other than a game that we're both playing.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna keep talking about Snap. Mm-hmm. Holy cow! I can't not. People are gonna be either tuning us up or tuning us out after this. But oh my god, that game, the best part of this game is I just got for Christmas, I got some funds now to keep funding it, right? Keep funding my addiction of this game. So I'm going to be like updating every, what are they called?
Marvel Snap is the game.
Yeah, I'm sorry, did I say Snap It? I'm sorry, yes. Marvel Snap. The mobile, we're hoping to get some feedback from Rumble Packs. What do you think? Have you tried it? Have you downloaded it? Again, this is a mobile-based game. And when we start talking about, let me go back to my original comment about ho, 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 not a lot of happening, right? A lot of nothing. Ho, 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 a lot of nothing. That's it. Now I get it. It was... I started looking around and going, what was exciting about this Christmas, or what was exciting about the new offerings and everything? I didn't see a lot. I mean, you know, if you got the Call of Duty, right, game that came out, what else was kind of exciting for folks around the holidays? Not much. I mean, the exciting part is you could probably get a console if you wanted one this year versus having to wait, right, like I had to do for the X, Series X and all that stuff. And there's some bundles we can talk about here later in the show, but... there wasn't a lot out there. So we were playing more and more Marvel Snap, and the game just constantly keeps grinding with new options, new opportunities, new cards released, which gives you new gameplay, and it allows you to really kind of strategize, which right now I'm in a lull, which I got to talk to you about. I got to figure out a new deck, the layout. You know, the interesting thing about this game, we talk about this, is that, you know, already I said I'm going to drop some more coin now that I got it for this as we go along. But going from video game to board game to video game, how the homogenized, everything is just kind of working together. Some of the best games, video games, are board games, right? Or vice versa. So some of the new board games coming out, Rainbow Six Siege, that's coming out this, finally they're finishing that up for a board game. You know, you got your, what else do we got there? The Morrowinds, what are those? The online, what's the game is it? The quest where you're running around this quest, taking people out.
Not sure.
Oh my gosh, you're killing me, Smalls. Quest. Something Quest.
I don't know.
Damn. Single player D&D like game where you go in and... Skyrim, thank you. Jeez. Woo! Yeah, so there's Skyrim board games now that are doing real well. So conversely, we said how great would it be, not conversely, I guess, associated with it, how great would it be to have a Marvel game that is based online, that we can now start pulling cards down and making them like real valuable, like tangible cards. That would be awesome. I'd probably spend another $500-$600 on that if they did it. So we've been playing a lot of that. So for those that are playing it, they did jump on real fast. What is the decks right now that we've found to be the best? And there's a ton of content, so I don't even want to get too detailed into it. But what have you found that you liked?
The two best decks I like there's a deck called a ramp deck, which uses cards that allow you to get energy quicker, or I guess earlier in the match.
Yep.
Which won't make a lot of sense if you don't know the game, but I think we explained it past episodes. And then the other deck is I like a move deck. So
yeah,
the card just they get buffed, or they have some abilities that associate with moving cards, which it makes it really easy for the enemy, I guess the player you're playing against, to not know what you're doing.
Yeah,
which is nice. And so those two are my favorite right now. But
yeah, and then mine, I think I would say, is the Ultron deck, I still like that, even though lately it's been getting nerfed with the environments. They've been really affecting it. Like, you can't play second card, you can't do some things here. But anything with Ultron is a great deck. And then I just started with a Zola, is it?
Arnim Zola, yeah.
Arnim Zola.
Arnim,
yeah. So, learning about him, another good deck. So, take a look at that online. You can search it up if you're interested. Take a look at it. Some cool decks being made on that as well. So, yeah, that's what we're playing right now as well. All right, let's jump into the news.
The Joystick News Report. Joystick News!
All right, for the news, some interesting things. Did you see, again, before we get started in this whole thing, what's exciting right now? What's going on out there in the space as I go looking around news-wise? Not a lot, kind of quiet. But you seeing anything as far as game development, new graphics, new mechanics, anything?
No, the only game that I know...
And this is for console, not just Steam, too.
Yeah, the only game that I know that's coming out that's had maybe some trailers or anything that I'm excited for is Jedi Survivor, which is the next Fallen Order game.
Saw that, yeah.
Which looks really good, and I really enjoyed the first one. But that's pretty much it. That's all I've seen, so...
Yeah, that's coming up. Well, I started going in and I'm looking for stuff, and I did see GTA did some updates. So I know Grand Theft Auto is huge. Played it myself, enjoyed it for a while. I get kind of brought back. It's one of those games where I'll not play it for a while, also I'll dive back in and play it nonstop for a while. You know what I mean?
GTA?
And, yeah, and then I get
I've
burnt
never seen
out.
you play GTA.
What? Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah.
What you talking about, Wills?
I've never seen you play that.
My God, I just played at the beginning of the year. I was all about it, playing it when it came out.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, and then stopped. But the cool thing about it is, they for the end of 22, they finally did, I guess, an update on it. So I don't know if you all are like me, where you kind of backed up and look at maybe I'll jump back in. They started releasing some new stuff as the 22 season winds down. Or it says they enter 2023. GTA Online will begin its 10th year on the market as well. God, it's been 10 years on it. Grand Theft Auto 5 on the 360 and the PS3. What else they got here? So here's what they said. This is what they're dropping for folks that were excited about it. So their players will be able to get the new Western Power Surge electric motorcycle. So that's kind of just badass looking, as it's got probably like LEDs all over it or something. I don't know. New Fooligan jobs. I don't know what that is. That's coming out as well for people to pick up and do as they go through it. New holiday themed clothes that might be ending soon. But what else we have here? And they get 2 times RPs. I know that was a big deal. Getting a little more opportunities to grow your money and your experience and stuff like that. Drop zone missions and smugglers cell missions. Some new gifts that are given out is a fireworks launcher.
I could see that.
Huh?
Being pretty cool.
Yeah, either that or I was about to say the same thing. Either very cool or very annoying after a while. It's like everywhere in the sky now or something. You know what I mean?
It's cool that they can do that though, because like those gifts are, they matter because like of the I guess in-game economy they built, because everybody's has the same thing. So if they, that firework launcher is the same value for everybody, which is kind of cool. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Well, they have not only the launcher, but they have the 20 firework rockets, 25 sticky bombs.
Like instead of making gifts all cosmetics, which is what most games do, they can actually make them in game.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's very cool, right? Mm-hmm. That's actually a really good point. And to be able to take them in and take them out, right? Mm-hmm. So if you got them until you lose them. You know what I mean? Once you lost them or you drop them, you're like, no, and they go away or something like that, right? They got new 10 Molotovs. I don't know what that is. What is it? Different ones with...
Probably not. Just Molotov.
Just more of them? I don't know. Yellow holy beer hat. And the gold, silver, and rainbow New Year glasses. And full snacks and armor. So yeah, just a bunch of cool stuff. And again, they probably just, celebrating the New Year, celebrating things for folks to do. So if you're online, you're a part of that environment. You know what I mean? You got your house and you can throw a party, like a fireworks party at your pad. Right? You pick all that up and have all your friends come over and just start shooting off fireworks and everything for it. So cool. That's Grand Theft Auto. Take a look at that if you're into that game or haven't played but want to jump back on and check it out. Next thing I saw that I thought was, it's weird as you start going through looking for news and say, what's valuable and what isn't. So sometimes it's not even about the news, but it's more about the topic itself. So I was going through and I found that they found this became newsworthy that Mortal Kombat 2, that the source code was leaked. And it revealed tons of cut content out of it. Now, I don't give a rat's heck, but do you care? I mean, because I guess if you're into the coding of games.
Wait, they had us trying to cut content because it got leaked?
No, this was like content they just never put in. You know what I mean? Or decided to take
Mortal
out.
Kombat 11?
For back in the day. No, this is like Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat 2. So we're talking about back in like 93, is this, or something? Look at some of the stuff. So they're finding like some original code of, I don't know, is it Scorpion or whatever, that had different color skin or something. Everybody's like, whoa, what was that? Why does he have different color skin? Kind of weird, right? I don't know. Is that newsworthy? Is that cool or not?
I don't know.
To know that stuff. Or to care about it. Huh?
You tell me.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's in the news. What it tells me is that it's a slow-ass video game world right now, is it not?
I guess. I mean, there's not much drama on it, or controversy with any game, so I don't know.
Right, and that's a good point. Actually, that's a great point. There's people need to start drumming up something because there isn't. The news is just not that powerful. But anyways, I mean, if you're looking for some source code, you want to go back, maybe take the code and rework it for yourself to create a different game or maybe different characters into an old school format, because obviously they've changed it quite a bit in the newer games on it. But yeah, to find the original source code, and then I think they even found like some pictures of some dude's party or something at a beach or something they found in the code. Kind of crazy, right? It's kind of like when you're a doctor and you're working on somebody and you had like a Mentos that fell out of your mouth into their body, and you just close it up, just call it a day. That's what this is.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So they found it. So yeah, that's that. Let's see. Oh, so let's just do this. So I thought, the best way to do it to close this out, because that's kind of lame. There's a few things. Let's just talk about looking forward, since this is the end of the 2022, going into 2023. Happy New Year to you, Rumble Packers. What is it that we're looking forward to? What is the games that's coming out, right? That in 2023, the biggest games of 2023, and what do they look like? So what do you know that's coming out? Like you just said one, right?
Yeah, I said the Jedi Survivor.
Yep.
There's also the one that Bethesda's making. I forget what it's called. It's Star. It's their space Skyrim game. I forget what it's called, but that looks good.
There's
I can't remember. It's like Star something.
Okay. I was just trying to see if I could bring up a list of some of these games that are coming out. New Year's, new tech. I know that the PS5 is actually coming out with a lot of cool stuff. Your game specifically, aren't they coming out with new Spider-Man based games?
Yeah, the Spider-Man 2, the second one.
Right here, Spider-Man 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Starfield was the Bethesda game.
Oh, yes. Gotcha.
Spider-Man 2 is coming out. That's going to be cool. Those are some of the biggest. I know that for the Switch, Legend of Zelda game, so the second Legend of Zelda game is pretty big.
Yeah.
People are excited for that. And
I know Final Fantasy's coming out again, right? Aren't they coming out with... What is it, 16?
I guess. I
mean, my God, they're at 16 now.
I've never...
I know you're not... haven't been in that. Have you heard of a game called Redfall?
Nope.
By Arcane Games. That's one that's coming out. Stalker 2. Another Kirby game is scheduled to come out. Forza? Wait, what are they doing? Forza? They got another one? Yet another game coming out? I mean, I guess they're trying to keep up with the latest... cars or something that's coming out, but I don't know. Q2, they're saying Forza Motorsport is coming out on it. I don't know if there's anything. News summary harnesses the new generation technology to deliver speed and immersion. Well, you know what would be cool is if they actually started, like Forza started focusing on VR, right? And
that
really putting yourself into a vehicle that really kicks butt. Wouldn't that be good?
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't made one yet, actually.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to say is that what can we talk about? What's going on in the world? I mean, I'm about to talk about VR in a second, but I mean, I can't find anything that's going to, knock my socks off outside of, like I said, if I was a Star Wars fan, right? So the Jedi is good, and if I'm like you, if you're a huge Spider-Man, that's going to be your go-to games for that. Outside of that, we'll just have to wait and see if anything new comes through. That looks cool. I know there's a couple of Dragon games or something coming out too, but I don't know. That's it. So, all right, that's all I got for the news. Anything for you?
That's it. Nope, that's it.
Okay, that's the news.
This concludes your Joystick News Report.
Joystick News. All right, so just briefly, it's more of a quick rant, and we'll move on from it. But it's time for the riff rap. All right, so when we're rapping, right, we got to talk about the riff. I just got this email the other day from Facebook that said, oh, by the way, as of this day, which I think is the end of this year, end of February, January, we have to register our old school Oculus, original Oculus, right, with Facebook and create an account for the Oculus.
Starting when?
I think it's the February time.
January or
February?
I thought we already had to.
No, the old games were grandfathered in. If you bought the originals or whatever, when Oculus owned it, before Facebook bought Oculus, you owned the console, you could do it. They're basically locking us out of any content. They're making it a brick unless you register and sign up for it. Now I got my Facebook account, and stuff like that. But like for instance, for you, do you got a Facebook account?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Well, I had to, like, a lot of games take.
Oh, it is. Okay, I didn't even know you had one. I was like, wait, what? I didn't think you did. My point being is that, boy, Dad should really be following the social media of the child. So the question is, I mean, so it's making it a brick unless you agree to give up your information or give up that stuff to those guys. What's your thought on it?
I don't know. Their company's not doing very well. So I mean, if they need to have people sign in, then go
yeah. But I own that. That was mine. I bought it under the concept under the concept that it was a standalone playable system that didn't require any of that.
It's still standalone playable. All you have to do is log in to Facebook.
Under a new account, though, you got to set up an account for it, so they can track what games you're playing, what you're doing, that type of stuff.
What do you mean a new account?
You have to create an account for to be able to access the...
No, you can just use your already owned Facebook account.
Yeah, but what if I don't want that? I don't want that associated with it.
Then you make another one. I don't think it's that big a deal. I think, I mean, it's not... If I played VR a lot, it wouldn't stop me from playing, and I wouldn't like, be mad about it.
Okay, so you're at the point where, again, this is that conversation where it's about privacy, not privacy, owning something that you're promised and now it's changing.
I don't care if they know what games
Okay, you know what? And I'm fine with that too. I don't want to be like the staunch, like, oh my god, oldie goldie guy. What I'm saying is, though, I bought that without having to do that, and now they're forcing me to do that, right? Or turning my unit into a very poor, what do they call that thing that you used to click like this and to look at it?
Camera?
No, what was the thing where you put the little photos into it, and then you click the button and it turned it so you could look through it and see them?
Oh, yeah.
What were those things called? Holy cow.
Like some granoscope or something.
Yeah, sometimes I say stethoscope, and I know what that's not. That's for your heart to listen to it. But anyways, you know what I'm talking about, right? The things you just look at. That's all it'd be good for, because at that point, if you can't get an account. So, I don't know. We'll see what's going to happen. I really honestly don't use it that much anymore for it to matter if I'm even going to do it or not. Matter of fact, I thought about looking at the Quest 2s and actually upgrading it just so I could use it and not be
Well, the Quest
tethered.
2 you're going to have to, for sure.
I know, that's for sure.
The what? The Quest 2, yeah.
Right. But now I keep thinking to myself, do I do a Quest 2 or do I hold out for what's the next cool thing? Do you know what I mean? Like your boy that bought the real expensive one, maybe there's an upgrade, there's something going to be better than that too, than to just go in and dive.
I think the Quest is good because of the fact that you don't need a really high-end computer. He has a really high-end computer, so he was able to get the Valve, which is the $1,000 one.
Right.
I think you don't get as good value out of it, so I think the Quest, it makes the Quest
that much more value. Yeah, because you can walk around, you can do it in your room, right? Having to set it up like we did with cords everywhere and having to use a big computer, right? So I don't know, we'll see. But that's my little rant on that. Okay, what do we got here? Time for the
Deal of the week.
And what is that? Did we see? I saw a couple things. Really, the deals to me that are out now, especially because Christmas is over and everybody's looking, is that they're starting to do bundles for these. Now they got the consoles, right? And what they didn't sell, they're moving and pushing through. They have a PS5 PS players out there. PS5 digital edition. They have the God of War Ragnarok. Yeah,
that's
bundle.
the new God of War. Nice.
Yeah. They got the whole thing, $459. So it gets you the state-of-the-art high-end console system plus the game for $450. I didn't think a bad deal across the board. They have an Xbox Series X. What do they have here? Looks like they have it for $499. That doesn't seem like much of a deal, though, was it? Options on it? I don't think there was there a bundle? I think it was just straight. I don't think they actually, honestly, I don't even think Xbox is doing a bundle on it. They got a gaming console system, 1 terabyte with 2 controllers, right? For what, $739?
That's a lot.
That seems like a ton, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The PS5 definitely has the better deals there.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. So I guess the deal of the week is if you're looking for the PS5s, they just bundled them up and got them out to you. So you can definitely pick it up pretty cheap. And I think I saw it at Walmart. I'm sure it's somewhere else too at that price. So good stuff. All right. Lastly, we talked new releases. I don't think we really need to go into that, do we? I mean, we just talked to 23. I don't know if something's coming out next month. For what? We're talking about January?
January, yeah.
So what do we have? We have anything that's on the horizon that we saw just right around the corner. We talked about that. Legends.
I think January. I know February and March are going to be good months, I think. I don't know about January, though. I don't know if there's any big names coming out in January.
Yeah.
There is a Fire Emblem game coming out, which I heard is... I heard the Fire Emblem games are good, but I never played them myself.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
So Forspoken. Forspoken is probably the biggest game coming out. It's one that people are excited about because of the gameplay that they released. That it just looks fun. It's kind of like an open world game that specializes in traveling around. It makes it fun to travel. I don't know everything about it, but it looks almost a lot like Elden Ring.
And it was delayed, wasn't it? Wasn't it supposed to be out in 2022? And now
I'm not sure.
Yeah. So it looks like it's out in January 24th is the release date for that one. So that's something to look at. Age of Empire 2 for Xbox. Age of Empire 2. I mean, that's an old game. I don't know. Oh, yeah, they bring it out for Xbox.
With a definitive edition.
Nice. That's cool, because all this stuff is usually on console only. So that might be something worth picking up if you're a consoler, but have heard the quality of the games. And that's a really quality game, actually. That's now going to be... because the publisher picked up its Xbox Gaming Studios, so they're going to be coming out with that. So take a look at that. That's coming out. When did they say that was going to hit? At the end of January, actually. So we'll probably be back on by the time that's happening. And then just look ahead quickly.
February has Hogwarts Legacy, which is the next Harry Potter game. People are saying it's going to be very good.
And that's right now scheduled for Valentine's Day release. I don't know if that's going to be going to make that date or not, but. So yeah, okay, a couple of good games out. Blood Bowl 3.
Sons of the Forest for February. That's the second Forest game. I played the first Forest a lot. What
was that about? I don't remember.
That was the Survivor game with cannibals where you're crashed on an island.
Oh, nice.
And it's a horror game, but it's also survival. So it's really cool. And so there's a lot of hype around the second one. So those are the two big ones for February.
There you go. All right. So we got a little bit to look forward to. Maybe 2023 will be a betterer, season and for gaming and so forth. But we appreciate you listening. We'll try to bring you the best stuff that we can, what we see each and every month. And for those that do listen, we do appreciate you taking the time out each and every month to listen to us rant. If you want to be a part of the show, give us a comment, sarcastic remark, what have you. How do they get a hold of us?
You can get a hold of us at joystick_show on Twitter, JoystickShow or Joystick Space Show on Discord, joystickshow.com our website, or our Gmail at joystickshow@gmail.com.
So yeah, our website, JoystickShow@gmail. Very cool. All right, that's it. Good stuff. My son. And we'll be back here in the new year. Happy New Year, everybody. Till next time, game on.
Joystick, the Joystick Show.